You guys really seem to enjoy the tap strafing video, and I got a lot of comments asking for a super glide video on that video too. So today, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be telling you guys how you can super glide and break it down so it's a lot easier than other videos. Hey, how's it going? I hope you have a fantastic day and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Dominate, and again, welcome to the channel. I post every other day to help you become an Apex legend, so that is something you are interested in, then make sure you do go down below and drop a sub. I'm going to cut this intro short and cut straight to the tutorial on how you can super glide. So as you can see, I'm back in the firing range, and I also have the overlay on the left hand side of the screen, because this is the way I did the tap strafing video, and you guys seem to absolutely love that, and it's doing exceptionally well. So yes, there are a few things to know when it comes to super gliding. One of them is that this takes time. This movement tech is one of the hardest, if not the hardest movement tech to get down consistently on PC. If I'm being honest, it seems to be a lot easier on controller than it does on PC, because there's more inputs on the PC than there is on the controller. So yes, it's easy to get it down and more consistent on the controller, but it may be more useful to you on the PC, but it may be harder to actually get down. And the second thing I actually want to talk about is that you can do it on any legend in the game. So it doesn't matter that you don't have to be using a movement legend. You don't have to be playing Octane, you don't have to be playing Wraith, you don't have to be playing Horizon. As you can see now, this is me doing a super glide on Caustic, I believe. So yeah, you could do it on absolutely any character. Now there are a few ways to actually practice, and my favorite ways is actually to do it on these little edges here, from here, and go across like that. So go from here to here and all the way to the end. I would actually recommend doing it the other way around, so doing it from this side, because you don't get all the big armors in the way. But the main fundamentals of super gliding is getting the timing. The actual inputs are really easy, it's just the timing that you have to get down. So the first things first, all you want to do is practice the movement you actually need to be doing. And all you need to do is go to a wall, press jump and forward and climb. So you need to hold W, run into the wall, press jump, keep holding W. That's all you need to do. Just keep doing this over and over again. Hold W, keep holding W even though you run into the wall, keep holding, press jump, and you keep running. That's all you need to do. Run, jump, run, jump. And now this time you want to actually slow it down. So when you run, you want to go up to it and jump and let go of W, and you latch on like this. Now this is the actual way that you jump up every single time, and you get this animation, this little view, which you don't get through the actual whole thing. So yes, you want to run, jump, and let go of W, and you get this little view. Now this is where the window comes in. This is where the super glide begins. So when you run up, you can see that the guy pushes his arms up. Octane will push his arms up when I press W again. So I press W and he pushes his arm up. Now there's a little window in where the actual super glide is possible. So it is where you run, you jump, and then when Octane starts to push his arm up, so in that little window there, when his arm pushes up, you want to press jump and crouch, whatever your crouch button is. You want to press jump and crouch at the same time. Now for me, crouch is C. It doesn't show on the overlay, but my crouch button is C. So when you get into this window here, you want to press W to go forward. As we practice here, you run and you keep holding forward. So when you're in this window, you want to hold forward, jump, and crouch at the same time. You want to press jump and crouch simultaneously. So this is the one thing you want to do. So you want to do that and then jump and crouch, jump and crouch. So we keep practicing this over and over again until you get this one fluent movement where you are running up. So this is not what a super glide looks like. You run up. That's not a super glide. A lot of people tend to believe that, oh, I've just done a super glide. No, you haven't. That's a super glide. So none of this, that kind of thing where you kind of jump up and then slide it in the air, that's not a super glide. That is you just running, climbing over it and jumping. That's all it is. So you would get down that little window where you were in this view and you push up. As soon as Octane pushes his arm up, that's when you want to jump and crouch at the same time. So as you can see, it's not the easiest thing to do. It takes a lot of practice. It's not the movement that's hard, it's the timing. So you can see I do struggle every now and then within the recording in the background. That's because it is just a matter of time. It just does take time. So as you can see in some of the other Super Glide videos I just put on the screen, you can see me doing it as Caustic and Octane and Wraith. And the way you Super Glide just like that is, again, as soon as you're in this window, you just want to hold W, jump and crouch, and then you do the Super Glide. If you are struggling, please just remember in the back of your mind that this does take time. This is not easy. I do this all the time when practicing, and it's still hard to get down. And I cannot do it 100% of the time, because no one can do it 100% of the time, because it's hard to get the timing 100% down. But if you get it down most of the time, then you can do it within games. And if you are struggling, don't be afraid to just keep doing the whole thing. Run up whilst you're running, jump. That's the fundamental. That's all it takes. It's to hold W, jump and run. That's all you do. And then once you get that down, you just want to go into this little window here, and then just hold W, so you get used to the timing of when Octane or whoever character you're playing actually pushes the arm up. And you can do it step by step. So once you do this, you can jump after it instead of sliding as well. Jump after it instead of sliding. Jump after it instead of sliding. And then after that, just add a sliding. And it becomes so much more fluent. So super gliding is not as useful as the other movement tech such as tap strafing, but it can be helpful in a lot of ways just to get around the map quicker. Like if you do need to climb over, you might as well get the speed boost from the super glide. Getting away from people, it can be easier to distract and actually get away from the enemy when actually super gliding, and also mid fights as well. If someone's up here, you can go up, super glide behind them, and then you're behind them and you can shoot. There's many ways that super gliding can be absolutely useful. And once you get that timing down, because remember, it's not the movement tech that's hard, it's the timing that's hard. Once you get it down, you're going to be doing it much more frequently and a lot more fluently, and hopefully you start to use it in games and making games a lot easier and a lot more fun, and most importantly, making your clips look flashy. So yes, that is going to call it today's video. If you found this video helpful and or entertaining in any way, shape or form, then make sure you do go down below and drop a sub. Thank you guys so much for your support recently. We're about to hit 1.7k subs now, so yeah, thank you guys so much for your support on that. Once again, it's been my pleasure, and until next time, keep dominating, legends.